Hollywood superstar Angelina Jolie is making news this morning, not for the comings and goings that are the usual fare of the paparazzi. Instead, Angelina Jolie has revealed she underwent a double mastectomy to prevent breast cancer. Olivia Stearns is here with more on her decision. Olivia, what is Angelina Jolie saying?
Hi, Eric. Well, Jolie says she made the decision when she learned that she carried a gene that meant it was very likely she would get breast cancer, a disease that her own mother died of at the age of just 56. Now, Jolie actually wrote an op-ed about her decision to have the surgery in the New York Times today, and in it she said, "Once I knew that this was my reality, I decided to be proactive and to minimize the risk as much as I could. My chances of developing breast cancer," she says, "have dropped from 87% to under 5%, a dramatic drop in the risk." Now, Jolie discovered she had this inherited so-called faulty gene known as BRCA1. It's the most common form of hereditary breast cancer along with BRCA2, and according to Stanford Medical Center, if you do have this faulty gene, BCRA1, you have about a 65% chance of getting breast cancer in your lifetime. Eric?
Olivia, my understanding is that there's some controversy over the testing for this particular gene because it's patented, effectively owned by a single company. Is that right?
Yes, the testing is done by a company called Myriad Genetics. It costs about $3,000 to get these tests done. They're the sole provider of these tests in the United States. Your insurance will cover it if you have a family history. It's a big if. Only about 4% of the population have the family history to merit the test. As I say, Myriad is the only provider of this test in the United States. It's the world's biggest genetic testing company. They say about 1 in 10 women who have the test do test positive for this faulty gene. Now, about 30 to 40% of women who know they have the mutations do initially decide to undergo a mastectomy, just like Jolie did. We also spoke to the director of cancer genetic counseling at Yale Medical School. She called Jolie's operation a, quote, totally reasonable decision. Now, besides surgery, women who discover they have the gene can also choose to undergo aggressive surveillance. Now, that may involve the use of drugs to try to prevent breast cancer, such as tamoxifen, which you know is available as a genetic. You could also use a new drug from Eli Lilly called Evista. Myriad says the cost of treating a woman for breast cancer over the course of a lifetime is about $250,000. So obviously, this preventative test, only a few $1,000s, that could produce plenty of savings. If you want to have the test and your insurance doesn't cover it, though, you can still get it out of pocket.
Olivia, thanks for bringing us up to date. Olivia Stearns with the story on Angelina Jolie.